So we have already done with registration all these things, and so the first step we'll add is creating basically roles for businesses. So once business signed up login, they can create custom roles for their businesses, and then basically invite users on all these things. I will create one Livewire component, PHP artisan make Livewire, and I will create it for a particular role. So I will just give business dot roles. So this Livewire component will be created. So in business roles we have this created. Okay. Now I want to add a page for this particular Livewire component. So basically we have option in Laravel that Livewire component directly used as a page. So for that reason I will go to this routes wave.php. I will just copy this one. Okay, we have this roles component, and I will go to routes wave.php. I will add it here, and then basically slash roles we have. Then basically for this I have to create this particular route while logged in for logged in user. So I will create route gate, and then URL will be slash roles, then comma, and then I will use this role class. Okay, we have roles. Okay, this class. So it will basically call that Livewire component with a default layout. Now if I now do, it will show some error. Okay, I will go on this route roles. So it is showing this error, Livewire page component layout view not found. So basically it requires that layout. So by default Livewire has this particular layout at this resource views components layouts app.blade.php. So this layout by default will be used resources views components, but we don't have layout here. So there is this command php artisan Livewire layout. So it will create that particular layout, this basic thing, and we can add there. But we already have one layout we are using, which is in here layouts views and then layouts and then this app. So we want to use this one. So for using this one we have one option, we can use this particular custom layout in a particular page. Okay, and also there is an option to configure globally which layout to use and all these things, so we can do that too. So I will show both examples. First I will do this one. Okay, then I will go in here where is this roles we have, and I can add it here. Okay, so for these things I will have to add this attributes. So now let's check if it's working. So this is working now. Okay, so roles is working. To show exactly this is working, I will just go here in business, then roles. I will just type here roles. So this particular page is coming. Okay, so there is no issue. And if I want to make it globally the same, because we are not going to change that particular layout, so mostly this will be used. So for changing it globally, so we'll go here to use custom layout. You have to config livewire.php. Let's see if there is config. So config, then there is this livewire.php is not available, so we have to publish that configuration file. So I will go to installation and we'll see how to publish, which command should be used. So this one I will just copy this one and I will paste it here, enter. So this config file will be published here, and then we'll check that particular layout out. Okay, so rather than components.layout.app, we will use layouts.app, and so I will not require this one now. So this layout will directly be called. So whenever I create page, this will be the default one. So this is working fine. So now to add this basically CRUD operation on all these things, so we'll do that. So first we'll use this app slash models slash roles. Then basically we'll have to get all the roles. So I will just create variable for roles Let's check to speed up. We can use ChatGPT here. So just use ChatGPT. Want to create CRUD operation for roles in Laravel Livewire component. Give me code. Let's see. So name roles mount role all. So that is there one. Then render is done. Create, edit, update. Okay, let's copy this one. Delete option is also there. Okay, I will just copy this one, and then basically in this I will copy this also. Let's see how it looks. So there is some issue roles because name is already in use. Okay, the name conflict. So we have that roles and this roles. So for this role I will use some different name. Okay, so business roles, I will make this one. This then roles. So wherever this then roles is coming, I will just replace this one. So this then business roles. Okay, and then basically we'll do same with here, this roles page. So this will be the business roles. Okay, let's see if the error is still there, because name is already in use. Okay, roles. Okay, app is also getting this one. Okay, for now I will do one thing. I will change this as okay, app model role. Basically we have that app model role. Cannot redeclare app roles render. Okay, render is again, so this one is not required. Okay, so role create, name not found on component, business dot role. Okay, let's see. So public dollar name and create, doesn't have a default value. Business ID doesn't have a default value. For business ID we will add that default value. So business underscore ID, then it will be basically the session ID, session and business ID. Okay, this syntax is correct or not, let me check. Okay, business ID cannot be null. Okay, session value is not getting there. So for session what we are using, so I will just go here in that auth service provider where we already used app service provider. So we are using business ID, not business underscore ID, that's why. Okay, now let's check. New, create, role is getting created. Okay, so if I check edit, and then how to save this one, so they haven't given that save option, so we'll have to make some changes. Okay, no problem. Delete, is delete working? 404, so it's not getting refreshed. Okay, so some changes I have to make, so for that I will do that. Okay, so first thing is we are getting all the roles in business roles, then basically they have this create and all these things option, so we will properly style this one. So I will go in roles, so this I will do div dot, and then basically class flex, and then we'll use input, so it will be the x input, and then basically the name, placeholder, all these things will be there. Let's see. Else if also we haven't ended, slash should be there. So this one. Okay, and then this button. So we'll create X button, create. Okay, then let's see. So this one is there. So for this I will give class p12 for now. p12 is not working. p6, p12 might not be the class, so no class given. Then for this list, so we'll also use class, or we can use basically table for this. Okay, so let's create one table. Table, then tr th name, and then basically action for now. Then I will add one more tr with td, and then another td for actions. So actions button will be here, and this name will be here. Okay, so basic styling will do. Okay, so what is the issue? Tr td slash tr slash table. Okay, and then okay, th, due to th they are not looking properly, means classed. Th is coming again, one thing, so this should not be case. So for it should be in here for rows, not for everything, not for complete table. Okay, save. Then basically we'll do some styling. Class bg white rounded, and then pt 10, rather than pt10 it should be mt10, margin from top. Okay, then for every th we can give this class p3. Let's see if it's look fine. Okay, why p3 is not applied? p3 should be applied, p3. Okay, or tr I will try p4. p4 is too much. p2, that is fine for now, we'll change that later. I will give class text red 500 for this delete, and for edit I will give class text view 500. Okay, and basically it should be cursor pointer. So same here, cursor pointer. Okay, we can basically make it full, but name and actions are there, so I will just give this class text left. Why these classes are not getting applied to this th? Okay, we'll check that later. I will just make it as a TDO. We can give all the classes and all these things. Maybe by default th have some issues or something, and p3 is not working, and npm run Dave is working, so there should not be issue. But still, for consistency, I will use this one. Then trbg class bg slate 100. It's too much. Slate 50, and I will do border. Let's see. Okay, let it be. We'll not focus on that. Okay, role I can create like this. New, create. Okay, there is. Okay, it's not getting created. I have basically removed that particular wire model or click something. So I will click here wire, click equal to, it might be create or something. Let me check what is there. Create. Okay, and before this we can basically validate that particular name. So this, then validate, and then basically we can validate that name. It is basically required, and then basically we can create. So if I create, nothing will happen, so we have to show that error. So for that I will just add here one error, and the error for name, then that should be message, error message will be shown. So class text read 500 like this, else if or something at the rate and error. So if I do this, name field isn't required, something like that will come. So I'll just create div, and we'll add this divs here. Okay, the name field is required. Now if I add name, so it will get created. Okay, then if I go edit, so it should have that save option. So in role, when I am going to edit, so when I click edit, so this then name, this coming this one. Okay, and then I will just add this, then editing I will make it true. By default it will be false. So public dollar editing equal to false. Okay, and I will make it as a true when I click that particular edit. We will have that edit variable, so we'll use that variable to add this create function basically. So we can use the same function. So I will just go here. So rather than create, I will name it as a save. So this will be used for both things. Okay, and then here in roles, so this particular message, so at the rate if dollar editing is true, then we'll show save. Okay, at the rate else, at the rate end if, or we show create. Okay, let's see if this is working, and this function will be save. Okay, and same thing we'll use here while creating. So if editing is true, then we'll have to update, and if not, then we'll have to create. So this one, so here it will go update. Okay, but what it will update, we need that particular id of that particular. Okay, so editing, rather than editing true, will just save this id. Okay, and then basically we'll get that particular role, or we can just save this role here, so we'll not have to get this role again. Okay, so this, then editing, and let's see if it's working or not, and then basically we'll use this update function, and business id will need not to be updated, so I will remove that. And after this reset input fields, then I will reset editing also. So dollar this, then editing equal to false, so we can use this particular reset function also. So we'll see. So now we'll go here, we'll refresh. So role, so there is this variable error, so we'll have to use this properly. So editing will be undefined variable editing. Okay, so invalidate, I have to do this change, so this, then editing. Okay, now let's see, create, it created. Okay, now edit, so it's showing save. So last name will change, name change, so this got changed. We'll change this one, so this has got changed, taste to, so it's getting saved. Okay, it is working properly fine. Now we'll check for this delete. Okay, so for delete, we are getting this particular id, role, finder fail, and then basically it will deleting. And once this deleted, we should again get that roles. So that was showing error, so I will get this roles again and list it out again. So let's see. So if I delete test2, it's working fine, so I can delete this roles properly. I can give this add create. Okay, so likewise it's working fine. For this delete, basically we can add that confirmation, and then we can basically delete that. So we have already done that, so we can use that function here, or we can show model pop-up, so whatever you want. So this is how we can create, then edit, and then basically delete, so using Livewire component. Also, one more thing I will just show here. In Livewire component we have is Livewire pagination. Okay, so it's very simple, so we'll have to use pagination. You can go for syntax here, so we have to use this with pagination. Okay, so I will just copy this one and we'll add it here, and we'll add use pagination, and then basically, so while showing that post, so we'll have to get that paginate posts. So I will try to use this one. Okay, so here I will copy this, I will use our component, it will be here roles, and this business roles will not be needed here, so I will remove it from here. Okay, so this will be the business roles paginate 10. So let me check if there is an issue. Roles paginate does not exist. Why? Okay, we have changed. Okay, role, it not be roles, role. Okay, then for each must be object null given. So business roles, so I have given this business roles, so why this data is not gone there? Array or object null given. So let me check why is this issue. Dollar business roles. So I will remove this public business roles from here. It might be conflicting. Okay. So this is how I'm adding there, but we are not showing that pagination links, so we'll have to show that links. So for that reason, I will add that links here. So I will go with this roles below the table. I will add that. So we'll use this variable business role, then links. Okay, now you can see we have this 2-page. So pagination works like that. If, for example, if I change this pagination variable, so it might be 6, then 6 will be shown 6. So 2, 3, likewise. So this is created, but it's going to create it at last page. So likewise, so we can show some message here, that particular role is created or something, or we can just add that alert what we have already added. So we have added that alert here, so success alert. So I will add that Livewire alert here. So and then where is this particular thing? This one. Okay, and then to add that alert, I will use this success message, and then we'll add alerts here. Okay, so while save, I will add alert here. Okay, so alert will be basically different for both things, so I will use this alert here and this alert here. Okay, and then we'll use updated and created successfully. Updated, so you can change this message whatever you want. So created successfully, let's see if it's working fine or not. So this updated successfully. Okay, so we have made it wrong. So while updated should be here, created should be there. Okay, so created successfully, so we can see this. And then basically when we delete, we haven't given message, so for delete I will also add that message. So deleted successfully, so deleted successfully, edit, updated successfully, and then basically created successfully. For now I will give again that default 10 pagination should be there, so I will add that, and this looking is fine. So here I will give some gap, so for that I will go in roles, I will create one div dot empty file, and we'll add that links in that particular div, so it will have some gap. Okay, so 1, 2, everything is working fine. So this is how we have used this Livewire CRUD operation, means CRUD operation using Livewire component. So same thing can do for every other thing. There are multiple things we'll have to add this, like sorting, then basically adding filters and all these things. So for other data we'll do that.